1027, 1035, WICY, your feel-good favorites from the 80s and more. Hello, it's John Kazar with you, and with me, Matt Jones, Senior Vice President and Chief Operating Officer at the University of Vermont Health Network's Alice Hyde Medical Center. I know that was a mouthful, Matt, but you're worth it, my man.
I appreciate it, John.
How have you been these last couple weeks? It's been that long.
I've been doing well. Yourself?
Yeah, holding up pretty well. And I tell everyone, let's not fast forward into fall right yet. We have a few weeks on the calendar of summer, so...
That we do, and we got to enjoy it when we can.
But we are going to look ahead, preparing for fall and winter today from your guys' perspective, huh? Go ahead.
Absolutely. As an organization, we are definitely always trying to plan and prepare for potentially what's to come. And with the fall and winter coming, we're looking at preparing for flu season, for respiratory illnesses, and all those things that are happening. Also, with the colder weather, there's potential for a need to relook at our testing site. Currently, right now, we're doing it outside, which we feel is the safest. Mm-hmm. But we are looking at ways that we can move that inside. Obviously, during the colder months, we don't want people outside and getting cold with things. So, we're looking at opportunities to do that, but also we're trying to predict and find ways to also help improve the way that we're doing things. We're continuing to do televideo visits and curbside visits for people that need that support. Mm-hmm. But, we're kind of finding the most important thing that we're seeing within the community is that, we feel people are still doing a great job, and we want to just keep that momentum going.
Yeah, it's always good to do that if you can. And right now we're going to switch over to, schooling, and not so much elementary, middle, or high school, but those college students we have to think about and pay recognition to. Right, Matt?
Absolutely. I think I know in our area we've been doing a lot of talking about elementary and high schools returning and some of them delaying now. But, we're definitely looking at ways that we can help support those local schools and ways that we can, we can support them in their needs that they might have, whether it be testing or pediatric appointments and things like that. But the other big piece, too, that I think that we need to remember is we have a lot of college students that are in our area that are either here for college in the area or students that have left the area for college. And I know that that's probably something that parents worry about, especially with what's going on right now. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of ways that, I think that parents can do a good job with talking to their college-age students about what they're doing and how they're going about things. It's be also good for them to have a good supply of hand sanitizer, masks, and really talking to them about continuing with social distancing, not being in large groups, and doing some of those things that's going to help keep them safe and keep the people around them safe as well.
Yeah, before I let you go, Matt, I want to talk about how you guys are looking to launch, satellite state testing site.
Yeah, so we're working with CVPH, who is a state testing center right now, and we're going to set one up in Malone as well. We're looking at trying to coordinate which days we're going to be able to do that, but basically it's going to be a state testing site, so we will be looking at focusing on asymptomatic patients, mm-hmm. And they can get tested at this site for free. So we're still working on the details of that, and we will be coming out with something very soon on how that's all going to be set up and the details around it.
Awesome. All right, it is Matt Jones with us, Senior Vice President and Chief Operating Officer at Alice Hyde Medical Center. And Matt, thank you.
Thanks, John. We appreciate it.
Awesome. It's either him or we have Dr. Todd Whitman with us every single Wednesday at 9:40 with Alice Hyde inside the community we go, 1027 and 1035 WICY.